Hello there, I'm Erkan Karakiraz. I'm one of the founders of Açık Şiir, open poetry movement. I'd like to talk about two short films I shot. The films are produced according to the declaration of our poetry movement. They include the elements of performance art and they complete each other with their conceptual themes and with their approaches to contemporary art. They are in Borders, Venice International Art Festival, The concepts of the films are suitable for presenting them in Fragmented Identities section of the events. Both of the films are on İlhan Sami Çomak, a poet from Turkey who is held under arrest in prison more than 25 years. I prefer to show him mostly with his poetry and art in both of the films. The first short film is called Not Home Yet. During the quarantine days to fight the coronavirus pandemic, we only have one thing to do: stay at home, stay safe. Even he wanted to, İlhan Sami Çomak couldn't answer these calls and couldn't stay at home because he's on remand more than 25 years. The short film Not Home Yet shows us the absence of him, and that's why we never hear his own voice or see him physically in the film. He is in the film only with his poetry and an excerpt from one of his letters. Audience sense his lacking by watching crowded street scenes and the sequence of balcony performance from one of the founders of Açık Şiir movement, Erkut Tokman. İlhan Sami Çomak is there with his art but not with his body and voice. I prefer to show his absence in the film because he's not allowed to go back home and stay at his own house. The film also indicates the absence of freedom, thoughts, poetry, etc. The film also includes an instrumental music composed by me with some sound samples from the robot poet called Deniz Yılmaz. The second short film is Anatomy of Freedom. Just the opposite of the first short film, Anatomy of Freedom shows İlhan Sami Çomak in his daily routine from the past to the present. In this film, we also can hear his own voice reading one of his unpublished poems written during his long-term imprisonment. By the help of the private photographs from his family album, we observe his days of independence and imprisonment. The metaphor of blockage in the film comes from public transportation system in Izmir, one of the big cities in Turkey. The film also shows us that the blockage of his freedom never ends.